This process all started for us when I was a high school football coach for 12 years and seen a ton of young men that were great kids that just, children can't choose. They don't get a chance to choose their parents. They don't get a chance and an opportunity to choose what they're born in. And we saw some amazing young men that just didn't have an opportunity to really continue to grow into what they could be.
We raised a lot of high school football players, so we wouldn't get them until 15 or 16 years old, and there's so much they've already been through.
We just always said there's gonna come a point where we want to walk down this road, and it was, I was during football season, and I was getting close to the end, and I said to Amy, hey babe, we really need to look at, the adoption process. We've talked about it, we need to take action on it. And we walked into church that Sunday and it was Orphan Sunday. And I just remember God saying, move now.
After he decided to stop coaching, we thought it would be awesome to start from a young child and be able to raise them this whole time and really be their mom and dad and truly adopt them.
Since last year, it's been, we started off, we took the first step of obedience on Orphan Sunday. So we started gathering information. We'd made the decision we were going to move in this direction. And a year ago this time, we had no child. We didn't know what that time frame looked like.
My husband and I feel like we've always known that we wanted to adopt. We thought for a specific point in time we couldn't have children. And God blessed us with two beautiful boys, so we knew that we could have children. We wanted to find a child and be able to go through the adoption process with that child.
I'll never forget the day that April 5th when that phone call came in and it said, go pick y'all's little girl. And for us to be here a year later, and she's been in our home 7 months, and it's just, words can't describe it. I could sit here all day, but the love, the joy, and her little smile, she's a daddy's girl.
So when we started the process, we wanted to make sure the boys were well informed. We wanted to make sure they understood as much as they could about the foster process and that this baby wouldn't come from mommy. It wouldn't grow in her, or she wouldn't grow in her belly. That God would place her in our home and pick our home for he or she.
Our little boys Riley and Reed have been very excited about the whole process. I do remember the day we said, all right, we gotta go get your little sister. And I mean, the smile on both of their faces was just, because they had been anticipating this for a while. In this process, we didn't have 9 months. It was boom, y'all gotta come get her. And we were excited and we were joyful, but it was, all right, here we go. And then bringing her into our home, it was just, all right, we have 3 children now.
Bringing this sweet little girl into our house has definitely changed my husband and I, my boys, all of us as a whole family. And you think you're gonna go into this to help a child, and you realize that really God's putting you through this to help you.
I've got to be there for her. I've got to make sure that she never questions her identity. But at the end of the day, God places people in your life. God places children in your life, and they're your family. How he delivers them to you, it does not matter. Once God placed Holland in our home, she was my daughter, and that was the end of the story.
Since Shell's been in our life, she's definitely changed our lives for good. She can bring light to any room. She has the most amazing smile. Whenever the boys come home from school and she sees them walk through the door, her whole face lights up. And to see that love that my boys have for her just really melts my heart.
Probably the biggest joy that Amy and I get is when the 3 of them are just roughhousing in the middle of the living room, and they're just kids loving their brother and their sister. And that has just been, words can't describe the blessing that has been for us.
If you're thinking about the adoption process and you're feeling a little bit nervous or scared about it, don't be worried, that's normal. We were nervous and scared through the whole thing. I mean, even when you have your own children, it's scary. So imagine this is the same thing, you're having your own child just in a different way. But if you're thinking about it, don't be scared, just ask somebody. It won't hurt to just ask. There's so many people, there's so many resources in our church. Ask somebody and see where it leads, see where it goes and takes you.
The first thing I would say is talk about it. Do not hold it in. Don't let the enemy say, you can't do this because of this, you can't do this because of your job. I didn't have a job at the time, so that's not an excuse.
And I just encourage you, if you're thinking about it, don't be shy, don't stay back, go out and ask somebody today. You can come find one of us and ask us.
I would just say really have a conversation, pray, and then look at and ask God, what is our next step down this road?